friends. I am in the classroom for one more day. I'm almost done packing things up, and I was doing the books. In the summer, if I roll over, you can see the lockers. Your lockers are filled with books and all of our classroom stuff. So I was getting ready to put the holiday books away and thought that it would be nice to read one last story together in our classroom. And I know it may look a little different. The baskets are put away. It's empty, but it's still our place. So we're gonna read Last Day Blues. And I know today isn't our last day. We've got about a week and a half left together, but I love this book. It goes with First Day Jitters, if you remember reading that. I should have that to show you. On the first day of school, we read First Day Jitters, and you wrote how you were feeling. You wrote your name under a column. If you were excited, nervous, happy, sad, all those things. So let's read Last Day Blues. Last Day Blues. It is written by Julie Danberg and illustrated by Judy Love. So Julie Danberg, who wrote it, is the author, and it's illustrated by Judy Love, so she drew or painted the pictures. On the Monday morning before the Friday, that was the last day of school, Mrs. Hartwell took attendance. She sighed as she called out the last name. "I'm going to miss all of you," she said. The kids nodded in agreement. "I'm going to miss my friends," said Sharon. "I'm going to miss Daisy," said Dan. "I'm going to miss chocolate milk and pizza for lunch," said Joe. Everyone felt a little bit blue thinking about the last day of school, even Daisy. Remember, Daisy is their pet snake in the classroom. We would never have a pet snake in this classroom, friends. That afternoon during recess, the students talked as they hung out on the jungle gym. "Mrs. Hartwell said she's going to miss us," said Alexandra, swinging from a bar. "We should get a present to cheer her up," said Eddie, hanging upside down by his knees. "But what could they get her?" "I could give her the rest of my sandwich. It's my mom's bologna special," said Josh. "Or a cup of coffee, or a new pen, the kind with feathers and beads." The students thought and thought, but they couldn't come up with one single idea that they agreed on. "Oh, we'll think of something tomorrow," Eddie assured everyone as they lined up at the drinking fountain. On the Tuesday before the Friday, that was the last day of school, Mrs. Hartwell read the final page of their last read-aloud book. "I'm gonna miss circle time," said Mrs. Hartwell. "I'm gonna miss science," said Emily. "I'm gonna miss seeing Mrs. Hartwell wear her safety goggles during science," said Jack, giggling. Doesn't she look kind of funny? And so, before they got too sad, Mrs. Hartwell put on her safety goggles for one last time, just for fun. "We definitely need to cheer up Mrs. Hartwell," said Andy during recess as he jumped out of a swing. "Any ideas about a present?" Eddie asked. "Nope," they all answered back. On the Wednesday before the Friday, that was the last day of school, Mrs. Hartwell brought in her super duper sugar cookies with extra frosting. Yum! "I'm going to miss snack time, but I can't wait for barbecues by the pool," said Jack. "I'm going to miss recess, but I can't wait to play hide and seek outside after dinner," said Alexandra. "I'll miss school, but I can't wait for summer vacation." The class discussed their summer plans and drowned their last day blues with another round of milk and sugar cookies. They're drawing pictures of their days. "I don't know whether to be happy or sad today," Andy said the minute they all arrived at the jungle gym. "Mrs. Hartwell is sad," said Olivia. "She probably doesn't want the year to end. While we're swimming, she'll be reading her old lesson plans." Do you see her? She's like crying as she reads her lesson plan book. Do you think teachers do that over the summer? We miss you, but I don't think we read our lesson plan books. And while we're playing, she'll be trying to remember the fun times we had this year. And when an idea zipped and zapped, and that's when an idea zipped and zapped and zinged through Eddie's brain. I know exactly what will cheer her up. Eddie said, jumping down from the jungle gym. The class agreed. It was perfect. I wonder what he thought of. I wonder what he decided to do. On the Thursday before the Friday that was the last day of school, Eddie raised his hand right after Mrs. Hartwell started language arts. We need some privacy, please, he said. And Mrs. Hartwell took down a bulletin board with her back to the class. She never peeked. Well, maybe only once. So look, they're all working over here, and she is peeking, trying to figure out what they're doing. On the morning of the Friday, that was the last Friday, on the morning of the Friday, that was the last day of school, the students dashed into the classroom. They snapped open the shades for the very last time. They did their chores for the very last time. They fed Daisy for the very last time. And as soon as the bell rang, they couldn't wait for Mrs. Hartwell to see her present for the very first time. So they're all getting ready for their last day. And it says, the last day of school makes us so blue. We'll miss recess and pizza and reading too. We'll miss Daisy and cookies and friendships true. Snack time science learning new. We'll miss spelling bees for our test review and groundhogs that play peekaboo. The year's been great, a big woohoo. There are many things to miss, it's true. But mostly what we'll miss is you. So they wrote her a nice little poem. Later on during recess, Eddie said, I think Mrs. Hartwell liked her present. I just hope it helps, Margaret said. Poor Mrs. Hartwell. They all said sadly as they pictured their final goodbye. Teachers must hate the last day of school. Look at all those teachers. And then it was time. The bell rang. Goodbye. Goodbye, the students called as they rushed out the door. Goodbye, Mrs. Hartwell called after them. Then she returned to her empty classroom. It's just you and me, Daisy, she said. I'm sure gonna miss them this summer. But I can't wait for vacation. Look at all the teachers cheering for their break. The end. I hope you enjoyed this story. I am gonna miss you so much. I already do. But we will see each other again. So, bye friends. I hope you enjoyed this story. Take care. And I'll see you tomorrow for our morning meeting. This was just a pre-end of school video. Bye friends. Love you.